Hey everybody, and thanks for downloading the show. Just a little disclaimer on this one. The original house reveal and the Scare Zone reveal had not happened yet when we recorded this one. So that will be out on the next show, which should be out on Monday. So, enjoy.
Bones will rattle, stairs will creak. Your outcome's looking pretty bleak. Thunder booms and lightning crashes, leaving boots filled with ashes. As we lay you down to rest, we read the pages of the Dead Man's Digest.
What's up, freaks, and welcome to episode 3 of the Dead Man's Digest for the Halloween Horror Nights 26th season. I'm Darren, and the gang's all here. We have Nina.
Hello.
And Travis.
Hey, hey.
Hey, how's everybody feeling tonight?
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah? Anybody feeling a little festive?
What do you
Feeling a little Christmas and Halloween?
Yeah.
mean? Christmas in July? Wait, it's August.
Yep. Because last week Universal just announced that Krampus will be coming to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yay, Christmas!
Yes.
Yep. I think we all had a chance to watch it. I think we can all concur that it is not a masterpiece of a movie exactly.
It's not real good.
Yeah.
It's not good at all. No.
Yeah, I was talking to Travis earlier on Messenger, and we were saying how similar the beginning is to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So
Yeah, it's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation without the comedy, just all the boring parts.
Yep. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it's going to be focusing on the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Mike Aiello said on Twitter, and this was also another interesting thing, the maze is being constructed in our second Shrek theater. So we all thought Chance was going there. She is not going there.
So, do you think that knocks down the notion of there being a 3D house?
Yeah, because it does not sound like this one is going to be 3D. So I really don't see 3D going somewhere else. But with the new tent they're setting up, I mean, it's possible that they do it there. But that's where it looks like Chance is going for now. Like the map that was leaked, or however that came to be. I've heard that people that are in the know about Halloween Horror Nights said that they are really wondering how that map got out because it's pretty accurate.
So, we're thinking the Chance house is going to go where that third little tent popped up back there?
Yeah, that
Like Men in Black, right?
Yeah, behind the Men in Black extended queue there. So, yeah, he said it will feature the frozen facade of the Engel family home, maniacal gingerbread men invading the family kitchen. You'll travel to the home's attic where toy-like creatures lurk amongst the ripped and open presents. Throughout your journey, you will encounter Krampus's army of dark elves, and obviously you will come face to face with Krampus himself. And the code name for this house was Schnapps, which is pretty great.
I'm psyched for this house, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, that last 20 minutes is probably what they're going to focus on right there with all the, stuff in the attic and eating kids and all that.
And
I want to see what they do with they do with the actual Krampus.
Yeah.
How that's going to have to be pretty big, especially with the long horns he has.
Yeah.
But
just rip off the Wolfman faces and stick on some creepy goat face.
Yeah, there you go.
That could work.
Yeah, and I just don't know again.
The little Jack in the Box?
Oh
clown
yeah,
or
that's
whatever
exactly
it is
what.
with the mouse?
Yep, that is exactly what I was thinking of. The Jack in the Box. That thing is what I'm looking forward to
Creepy,
the most.
What if we were able, how every year, most years we have a house where you have to like crouch down or kind of get in a weird position. What if you have to crouch down and go through his mouth?
Man, just gave them a new idea.
Yeah, right.
But that's what I was thinking. I'm like, what if you had to crouch down, go through his mouth like his body?
Yeah, I hope we get get this one on the Unmasking the Horror tour that we're doing.
Oh, me too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But I was trying to picture last year, the Alice in Wonderland, or I don't remember the real name of it, but when you walk...
Asylum in Wonderland?
Mm-hmm, exactly. So when you're walking in, when you come into the building and you're about to head into the first door into the house, but you're still inside the building, you know what I'm saying, the theater, it's a small area. Do you remember last year how it was a very small area?
Well, no, it was pretty big. That was where the comic book entrance was.
But
I thought that was pretty big.
For me, I felt like they would make this house look like you're walking up into the house.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, that's a lot. If they're going to have you, like, the initial start of the house as you're walking into the house from the outside with the snow and, like, all the snowmen, I was trying to picture that. It's a very small area. So I wonder how you're going to start,
Yeah.
They're just going to reuse the body collector's facade.
That.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what you're saying.
No.
It's going to be a much smaller area.
Yeah.
But yeah, they Mike also stated that this is a collaboration with the film's director, Mike Doherty. So that
Nice.
it's always cool when they bring in the director to lend a helping hand on it. And he is also pretty famous for directing the cult classic Trick or Treat, which somebody said in the Dead Man's Digest group, wouldn't it be awesome if they had a Trick or Treat scare zone to go along with this house?
Oh, wow.
Just have him on both of them. But actually, from what I've heard, just today I heard a little rumor that one of the scare zones might very well be Krampus themed as well. So you'll get a little bit of Christmas outside. And if it's in the second Shrek theater, I'm thinking that would probably be that New York, not New York, the Central, that street right when you're walking in. Production Central, right? Yeah.
So they're going to double dip
Where,
a Chance house and Scare Zone and then the Krampus house and...
Yeah, where the Fairy Tales one was last year. Not...
Right.
Yeah.
So they would go together, kind of how like they did last year with Asylum and then the fairy tale characters. And that,
I didn't realize that. Yeah, last year I didn't realize that. The fairy tales. Oh, God.
Yeah.
You're
And
too
that kind
late.
of goes. That kind of goes with the theme of how Mike said in, I can't remember if it was Scare Zone or Frequent Fear, how it's kind of like a continuation of last year, with Chance and some of the other elements that are in there, with the advertising and stuff like that. So that kind of makes sense that the Scare Zone would be right outside of the house as well.
Yep. And yeah, I think everybody knows, but my favorite house of all time for horror nights was Psychoscarapy Home for the Holidays. It's just something about adding that horror element into the Christmas season is just awesome. So I'm so excited for this one. Like I said, the movie's not great, but I don't think it really matters at all for this house.
Nope.
So one more thing. Do you think we're gonna get the big house facade? I mean, that's gonna be a pretty tight fit in that Shrek house. Because
Exactly.
I know I've
Oh,
seen
yeah, that's what
pictures
Nina-
from Hollywood.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
Nina
yeah.
said, yeah.
Oh, I got you. Shows how much I listen.
Yeah, right?
Aw.
Yeah, that,
But no, in Hollywood, they're getting the big. It's going to be like an outside facade, right?
well, yeah, but that's what that's what it seems like with Hollywood. Is Hollywood gets a big, huge facade for everything, pretty much. But then in the house is like, because they're all kind of like Q houses, or like tent houses, essentially.
Yeah, that is the one thing that I like about Hollywood better than Orlando is like when you have actual houses like they had with Insidious and stuff last year, you actually walked like in through a front door, and not like you're not looking at the front of the house and walk around. You actually walk into their houses, so
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like logistics down here that caused such a problem with it. And if those tents weren't as permanent as they were, I think that they would gladly turn those things about 90 degrees, so that the actual the actual entrance to the thing would be the front facade. But yeah, it's like something they thought about too little, too late, I guess.
I guess they can do it a lot easier in Hollywood too because they have so many more sound stages than we do. So
True, it's an
you
actual
can do
production.
something like that.
Yeah, because they're doing actual production work there.
Right.
Yeah, the another thing that just came out recently, speaking of scare zones, is that Hollywood is getting a Purge election year scare zone. But they only announced it for Hollywood, which usually they announce things together. But at the same time, they have announced scare zones for Hollywood on their own in previous years. I do remember that because Universal Orlando likes to hold back and wait to reveal the scare zones all at once at the end.
Right.
So I think it's still possible that we'll get the purge, and I definitely hope we do. But
Have
we'll
they
just
done
have to wait
that?
and see.
Have they done that like that in Hollywood, where they held one back and they were the same scare zone?
Yeah. Well, like I said, like Hollywood has announced a scare zone before, and I believe it was the purge as well.
Oh, is
In previous years,
got
yeah.
purged?
Yeah, Hollywood announced it before because they're they don't. I don't think they had as much to focus on, house-wise. So they announced some of their scare zones earlier.
Well, their whole scare zone was part of the terror tram, right? With the purge.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years ago that they did the big terror tram?
Yeah, they've done a terror tram one.
Purge?
Yeah, they've done a terror tram one, and I believe they've also had just a standard scare zone for it as well.
Okay.
In 2 separate years. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So hopefully we get it. We'll see what happens with that one. And then another little bit of news that Universal, man, they always drop the ball on something, I swear. But
Wasn't Publix this year.
Yeah, yeah. Got a little bit of information. Those annual pass flyers went out, and we haven't got ours yet. Have you gotten yours yet?
Yeah, I got mine a couple days ago, and yeah, it's got that same page that's been going around on Twitter.
Yeah, so we'll be getting ours soon. They kind of stagger them out, but yeah, they accidentally announced the name of one of the original houses in there, talking about the early access for the pass holders, which we'll get into a little bit more when we start talking about Stay and Scream later on in the show. But yeah, Tomb of the Ancients is what Cobweb, the codename Cobweb house was.
Is that people just guessing, or is that actually been confirmed?
It's confirmed because of the location.
Oh.
Yeah, because Mike Aiello said Cobweb was going into one of the sprung tents, and the early access area for annual pass holders are the 2 sprung tents and the parade building. So you're going to get...
That would make sense.
Yeah, this new one, Tomb of the Ancients, Halloween, that's in the parade building, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre is going to be the other tent.
Awesome. So what do you think this Tomb of the Ancients is going to be? You think it's going to be like something similar to something that they've done in the past, or?
Well, it's not the requel one. The requel is going where Body Collectors was last year. Right. According to the map that we've seen, and just like the hints and clues that Mike Aiello has dropped. But speculation on Tomb of the Ancients is that it's like Egyptian or mummy themed. Yeah.
Catacomb style almost.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I've heard like Egyptian, straight up like mummy themed. So
yeah, but it's probably going to be like super dark and super cavernous. You know what I mean? Like a tomb. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
I really have no clue what to even think about that one.
Yeah, and being that it's in a tent, that's really interesting because...
Well, you start off in New York. You have to go through the mummy queue, and then you close your eyes, and then you walk over to the tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go through a secret entrance.
Yeah. So they dropped the ball yet again and leaked some information before they intended to.
Surprise.
So... Yeah, and then this map that I've been talking about came out, and yeah, essentially they've got where Body Collectors was is requel that hasn't been announced. That from what we heard was the like the Old West, the Ghost Town house. We'll see if it actually turns out to be. The rest of the rumors are kind of coming true. So, and then the Walking Dead in the Freddy vs. Jason building. It looks like. Along with American Horror Story.
That's the one that's kind of halved, right?
Yeah.
That's the one that had Freddy vs. Jason and... Was it...
Wait, Freddy vs. Jason and Body Collectors were in the same one.
Yeah.
So the requel and The Walking Dead should be in the same one. American Horror Story will be in the one...
London.
American Werewolf in London.
Yeah. And then The Exorcist and... yeah. But I don't foresee The Exorcist being anywhere near as big as the 25 years. And from what I've heard, American Horror Story was supposed to be the Uber house, the big house. So we'll see how that shakes out and see if those two don't get switched around. It's very possible. and then confirmed Krampus in the Shrek building.
Yeah.
And then, from what we saw there with the annual pass holders, that puts the Halloween, the Cobweb, which is the Tomb of the Ancients, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre all together, which leaves the new building for Chance's house. So
Makes sense.
Yeah,
That's going to be interesting to see how they run all that back there.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot like it was before. I think it's going to be a
Cluster.
Yeah, definitely.
Cluster F.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide. I mean, they have, I know the houses up front look like they're pretty close together too, but it seems like they have a lot more space up there with the sound stages being up there and everything. Yeah, that's going to be kind of crazy how they're going to run that in the back section of the park.
Yep. Yeah, and there's that big section that they can't do anything with, of course, because of Disaster being down and everything.
Diagonal out.
So it's weird looking at the map and seeing that big chunk of blank space there. But what can you do?
About a third of the park.
Yep. So yeah, that's about it for news that has come out. So the next segment we were going to talk about R.I.P Tours, because I'm sure a lot of people are doing it for the first time after they heard our glowing recommendation for it last year.
Of course.
Yep, and this is going to be Travis's first year doing an R.I.P tour. So essentially the breakdown is there's two different kinds of R.I.P tours. There's there's a public one, kind of a public and a private, just your standard R.I.P tour, and then a private R.I.P tour. If you're able to, the private R.I.P tour is definitely the way to go. The standard one is, I don't know the prices on it this year, but it's really not that much cheaper than the private. And
I think it's around $200, if I'm not mistaken.
And then how much did you pay for your private one?
I want to say Logan said it was around $1,500, I think.
Right. So, but splitting that up amongst you got 10 people going, right?
Yeah. All the spots are filled. So.
Yeah. So about $150 each.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the thing is, you have to get the 10 people together to do it. But if you do have that, then it's definitely the way to go. The standard R.I.P tour gets you through each house one time, not waiting in any lines at all, and advanced seating for Bill and Ted. So you'll go through all of those, and then you'll be released after that to be be on your own for the rest of the event night, and you will not have express for the remainder of the event. I
really?
Actually, for the rides, I believe you do, but not for any of the houses. Mm-hmm. Now, the private R.I.P tour is the one Nina and I did last year, along with Lee and Tracy and a bunch of friends of the podcast. We all got together and we did it.
Right.
And basically, I'll just walk through how it went for us. Is we went in and checked in the the VIP tour group meetup area.
Mm-hmm. Above guest services.
That's up above guest services right there. Off to the right-hand side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So we went up there and we met our guide. And if he's working this year, just shout out for Tyler Leonard. Ask for him by name. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Can you request?
You can. It all depends on their schedule.
Gonna be taken.
Yeah. It depends on their schedule and everything. But if you've heard good things about them, it's definitely good to recommend them. Even if you don't get them, that's going to be like, oh hey,
Yep. And then at that point, you go upstairs on the second floor. They have tables where you kind of get with your group and your tour guide, and they also verify that you have a ticket for entries, because your R.I.P tour isn't your ticket to enter, so you have to make sure you have one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then at that point, you kind of all rally down and head on in. That's basically.
Yep.
And they give everybody a free lanyard. Well, not free, I'm sure it's included, but you get a lanyard with it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a lanyard and a little plastic R.I.P tour badge on there, which is awesome. A nice little collectible in and of itself. And then with the private R.I.P tour, the cool thing is it's your tour, essentially. You tell them what you want to do, and you have them from the opening of the event to the closing of the event.
And we stayed to the closing of the event.
Yeah.
You like two other people, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Us and Andy.
yeah, you do get a half hour. Well, you don't get it. The tour guide gets a half hour break from you. At
He's
some
like,
point.
"Yeah, I need to get away from these people for a few.
Yeah, it's their legally mandated lunch break. So that's
So
it.
what do you do while? I
Well,
mean,
we
did
went
they
to-
tell you to go,
Yeah,
go
we ate.
somewhere else and then meet back up? Or?
Well, we ate food, and it so turned out that the person that was doing
He did
our
too.
tour was cool. So we all sat
Hung
and ate.
out.
Yeah, he hung out with us and ate with us. But if they're going to go off and do their own thing, which is perfectly understandable, they can drop you off at there, or they actually have special bars set up just for the R.I.P Tours. So one of them last year, which I'm sure they'll have again this year, was the immigration room at Men in Black.
That was awesome.
So you get to hang out down there, take some pictures and stuff, and I'm sure they can drop you off down there, and then go off on their break, so you can just hang out and chill in the air conditioning, or relax, recuperate.
So that's something. That's somewhere you can go back to multiple times a night if you want to, or is it
yeah.
just at the beginning?
No, if you want to, whenever you
Oh.
want to go, you can go. There's a couple other spots throughout the park as well. And like I said, it's a private bar, so you still have to pay for them, but pay for your drinks,
Right.
but you'll be getting them from one down there. You
And
don't
you
have
mean,
to
come
wait in
on,
any
we're not gonna
lines.
give free liquor. You crazy?
Yeah, right. But yeah, no waiting
But
in any
the,
lines for it, so that's a bonus.
You do get like free soda and water though, right? It's
I
just the alcohol that you have to pay for, right?
don't believe you
We
get.
didn't get any free soda.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I
No.
don't.
I
I,
thought that they offered you a drink or something. So you still got
I
to pay
may-
for. Like,
maybe when
if
we
you
first.
just want a water.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe when we first went up into the VIP tour, but I don't even think
Yeah.
even then. Yeah, I think you got to buy everything. But anyways, yeah, and like we said, this is not express. This is walk you to the front of the house.
Like, what's up?
Right.
We're here.
So-
Move. No.
Yeah, and your tour
Now,
guide.
what I was gonna.
Oh, well, just real quick,
no,
your
it's
tour
just- I
guide
was
will remind you that you don't taunt the people that are in line, and don't react to them if they're yelling stuff at you. They're like, just keep walking. Don't worry about it, because people are in line for a really long time, and you're gonna just skip them. So.
Did you guys get yelled at?
Oh no, we didn't really get anything
We
too
just
bad.
got ugly looks.
Yeah, a lot of dirty looks. But
Wow.
because like they literally just stop the line like right there, and then you just walk in. So
It's only like 10 people. I mean, I guess I understand that people would be pissed off about that, but it's not like you're like a group of like 1,000 people or something
Yeah.
that are coming through. It's only
Yeah.
10 people. Now, the other thing I was going to ask, the one that you pay for, not the private one, do they walk you to the front too,
Yeah.
or do you just get express on? Oh, they do.
no,
walk you
yeah,
through
they
on
do
that
walk
one?
you up there, but you only get to go to each house one time. But with the private one, you can go back as many times as you want through whichever houses you want to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up going through one of the houses four or five times. The 25
25
years.
years.
I think it ended up being 5 times.
Because it was like 11:52. Oh, no, not 11.
Wow.
Like 1:50. Whatever. It was like 8 minutes to closing. We're like, we have one
Yeah,
more
well-
house. What are we gonna do? Like 25. We're just over as many times as we could.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, if you could, like I said, if you can get the 10 people together, then it's definitely your best bet is to do the private one, for sure.
Yeah.
It just makes so much more sense.
And you're with your friends.
Yeah, it doesn't
people
cost
you know.
much more than the other one. So,
Yeah, so I think it actually might work out. Ended up being cheaper if you can get your 10 friends together, and like Nina said, it's a group of your friends. It's not like you or you and your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and like 8 random people.
Yep.
So
yeah, it
that's
is
obviously going to be better, anyways.
Yep, it is the optimal way to do it for sure.
Cool.
So yeah, I think we pretty much covered all bases on there. But yeah, just do remember that is not your ticket into the event. It sounds like it is because it's a lot of money already, like $175 or $150. But it's really worth it to not wait in
It's a private
any
tour.
lines at all. It's just like you get whisked around from place to place. It's pretty awesome. You do feel like a celebrity for the night. So
Awesome. Looking forward to that now.
yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to some emails and stuff we got off the Facebook page. I'll take the first one here. It's from a big fan of ours named Lee Malaby.
Who's this guy?
I don't know who he is at all.
Right. He says, "Hi Darren, Nina, and Travis. Great second episode. I just wanted to chime in on the video game house debate. I think Dead Space would make an awesome house, especially if they managed to incorporate the zero-G room."
Oh.
Yeah, Dead Space is another great one I didn't even think of. But yeah, that would be another really good house, like a space horror kind of thing.
He means zero gravity, right?
Yeah, because there's a section of the game where, basically all the sound cuts out completely because it acts like it really would in space. So there's no sound, and you've still got the monsters coming after you. And you're in a section where the hole's broken and busted out so you can see space. There is no gravity from point A to point B, so it's pretty cool.
And no one can hear you scream in space.
Yeah, so... If they could get that working, that would be pretty awesome. He says, also, I know a lot of people have been clamoring for a Last of Us house, which could be awesome. I agree on that one. I think it'll feel a lot like a Walking Dead house, personally, but
right.
And he says, getting into the Walking Dead conversation, I think they could revitalize interest among Halloween Horror Nights fanboys by basing a house on the Telltale Walking Dead video games.
Yay!
I think the graphic style would work great in a Horror Nights maze. That would be cool to see, like an art style like that, translated to a house.
Because that's a thing now. You go on like Pinterest and Facebook that kind of make it look like it's comic book 2D art, but it's actually a three-dimensional person.
Cell shading.
Yeah. How cool would that be?
Yeah, that would be pretty neat. I'd rather them do Borderlands personally, but because I'm just done with Walking Dead. He says, great stuff. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Lee.
Love, your number one fan.
Thanks, boss.
You could do a Red Dead Redemption house. Remember that game?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, because they had a DLC pack for that, like the Night of the Undead or something like that. Where it was like they introduced zombies into it. That would be cool.
That'd be another one you could do with a light gun.
Yeah. Definitely. If they can rig up horses for everyone to ride through the house as well. That'll be their Omnimover system. All right. Yeah.
Put them in for Forbidden Journey. Strap some horses to the Kuka arm. You're in business.
There you go. My horse does a 360.
Hold on.
Yep. All right, Nina, you want to do the next one?
Yep. Next one's from the Facebook page that we have from John Precious. Okay, that was supposed to be Gollum. Okay, sorry. Okay, John Precious. Should I do the Scare Actor dining experience? I wouldn't do it so much for the food, but for the photo opportunities, if there are any. Last year I really enjoyed getting photos in the scare zones with the scare actors, but it seems that the practice has been frowned upon since there are a lot of questions as to whether those opportunities will or should be available at HH26. If the scare actors are not going to be willing photo subjects this year, would the dining experience be the next best thing?
Yes, I mean it would be. I don't think you have to worry about not being able to take pictures with the scare actors. These scare actors will still be taking pictures with fans this year. As unfortunate as I and many others think it is, I'm really on both sides of the thing because, of course, I wanted my picture with Jason and Freddy and stuff last year too. So, I can say, it's annoying that you can't walk through the scare zones and actually get scared anymore, but at the same time, I kind of want those pictures too. So,
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's annoying to you until you're the person that wants to do it. It's fine. It's like a double negative.
Yeah, I think they handle it pretty good though.
They do. I see more times where they take a photo with someone rather than they would just walk away. I would say 95% of the time they stop, kind of be creepy, take a, will stand and then keep going. Very rarely will they just ignore you and walk away.
Yeah. The Shady Brook Scare Zone was a good example of how to do it right, I think.
Oh yeah.
And with all the past icons as well, that scare zone, in that you had some scare actors that were on stage and just there basically to interact with guests and take pictures, and to also be distractions for the people that were walking around on the street. So
right. See, I'm not the type of person that would probably run up and get a selfie with them. I'm one of the type of people that are going to stand off in the background and just snap photos. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really apply to me, but I do understand that people would like to get the selfies. But there are some people that run around to every single character and try to get a selfie with them, and that gets
And also, it's really
annoying.
dark. So if you have the money for the dining experience and you feel like
Yeah.
you budget it right, and
But then
you
that's
can do
in
it.
Monster Cafe too, so that's gonna be pretty dark
Oh, yeah,
as
you're
well. But they're willing to stand there longer for the picture, so you're gonna get a better quality picture in there.
And you can use a flash in there. You're not gonna
True.
be annoying at people as much as in the scare zone when you're doing flash. You can
Yeah.
use a picture in there.
And they won't have the fog machine going like crazy, blinding out your flash photos anyways. Like any flash picture I tried to take last year just ended up being smoke, essentially, because it reflects so bad in there. But here we go again, plugging the Scare Zone podcast. But if you do go check out the one that they just did with the trackers, Tim and Jen Tracker, they talked about the dining experience. So it's something to listen to, I guess, to get a little bit more details on it. They didn't really go into like specific details, but I've heard the food's pretty decent for what you're getting, and it'll get you into the park a little bit earlier. I think you're going to miss out on those stay and scream situations, though, which we'll talk about in a second. But I think the Scare Actor dining experience keeps you in there until like the event opens, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I would look into
That's
that.
something we got to look into and see.
Is it like a buffet style deal?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think it's like an unlimited buffet. I think you like go through once and get like a plate of food.
Gotcha.
If I'm not
So
mistaken.
you can kind of like
I don't.
They got like it all laid out there, but you can only go through it one time, so you can pick what you want.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you'll have to see, but they. I don't think they had the Jack in there, for last year, so you can't guarantee that like the stars of the shows will be there or anything. They had
a lot of the body collector guys in there, I saw.
Yeah, and they had a couple of other icons show up in there. They had the Usher in there.
See, that's cool to see
Yeah.
characters you wouldn't see in the park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some that were actually like in speaking roles, and they had some of the chainsaw clowns in there.
Oh, that's cool.
And that kind of thing to take pictures with. So, if you have the extra money, then yeah, it's definitely a good experience. But yeah,
I want to do. You convinced me.
What does it cost to do it? Have you looked at it this year?
I have not, but it was
have they not
pretty
even released
pricey.
details?
I don't know if they have released details on it yet this year, but it was pretty pricey last
What are you
year.
thinking, like $70 or $80?
Yeah.
Or
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, I think it was like 50?
Why do I
50
feel like
or
saying
60?
56 or something like that?
Might have been somewhere around there, but
Over $50.
yeah, yeah,
Going-
and that's in comparison to Busch Gardens, who was, I believe, it was $24.99 for their food thing, and that is an unlimited buffet. The food is pretty decent, actually. Desserts and drinks, non-alcoholic drinks included in that as well.
But you want your money back when you see the show.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a show that plays during it, but no, I mean, that's neither here nor there when you're talking about the deal you're getting. Plus, you're getting express for 2 hours, and you get into the park a half hour before the event starts. So they give you a lot of perks for a lot less money.
But that show. Just kidding.
Yeah, you can't
It's
beat
worth
that.
it. Yeah, it's very worth it.
Yeah.
So the show is while you're eating. You can't like eat real quick and then be like, "Can I get like some extra time? I don't want to watch the show."
No, yeah, because it's
Really
when
release me early.
it's when the show ends is when you get released out into the park.
That's why we sat at the very back.
Got it.
Yeah.
By the doors.
So none of us have personally done the Scare Actor dining experience. It sounds like it's pretty cool, but I personally wouldn't spend the extra money on it.
Yeah, not that much money.
And like I said, I don't think you'll have any worries about being able to take pictures with scare actors. And especially if you do it earlier on in the night when the sun's still out before you get the full sunset, then you're gonna have no problem at all. Yep. All right, and Travis, you want to read the very long next one?
Oh god. Yes, I'll go for it. All right, this one's from Chris Rook. He said, "Hi guys, listen to the latest show this morning, and as a first-time visitor to HHN this year, It was really, really helpful. Thanks for the tips. Can I ask a few follow-up questions regarding Stay and Scream? What time before the park closes should you head there? Number 2.
Well, here, let's...
Are we gonna,
do you want to just go through them one at a time? Yeah.
Yeah.
What time before the park closes should you head there? I believe they open up... They open up right around 4?
Yeah, I think it's about an hour and a half before the park closes. Because I think the park closes at like 5 on HHN nights, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And really, what's going to decide that is if you're going to go to a waiting area like Finnegan's and you want to eat, then go earlier, obviously.
Yeah. I would say probably 2.5 hours before if you want to like get a decent seat and actually eat and everything like that. So.
Yeah, but if you're going, just want to do the Stay and Scream just to get to that, get to the first house faster, then go as late as you possibly can. Like right before the park closes and they start doing the sweeps is when to go in and get into the holding area. Mm-hmm. Because anywhere you are in the actual holding area you're not going to be too far back.
Yeah, there's still people are going to form
people
a line.
run anyways.
Yeah, I was going to say they're going to run like crazy animals anyways.
Yeah, and a lot of people also will like hang out like in the Finnegan's holding area. That's that whole street in New York essentially that you have, and people hang out all the way up and down that street. Not too many people are sitting there packed up in the front waiting for the thing to open. So even if you're there like super late, you can still be one of the first people out of the holding area.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know exactly where the gate's going to drop, but yeah, we know where it is.
Just pay attention to the crowd and just look around. You'll be able to find it.
Right.
Definitely.
All right. Number 2, he says, is there a cutoff point where they won't allow any more people in?
Not that I know of. I guess like there has to be some kind of a physical limitation eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say it may just be by eye, you know what I mean? Just looking at how many people. I mean, I'm sure they have counters or some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Probably when it gets to a certain amount of people in there, they cut it off.
Yeah, but
if it doesn't reach capacity, they may just cut it off at a certain time.
Yeah. I don't see them like actually reaching capacity at those things.
Yeah, we've stayed several times, and I never saw it get to the point where
it seemed like it even seemed
unsafe
like it would.
Yeah.
You guys also didn't go to the event later on, so
that's true.
When it was like Hell Day or whatever they call it.
That's true.
Or Hell Week.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So. But still, even with that, I don't think it'll be too bad.
Yeah, I would. It's more than likely probably a time. I would probably say maybe 30 minutes before the park closes, maybe like around 4:30, 4:45, so that they can because they have to check to make sure people are in there. And I'm wondering how, like, what if you're just in there? Like, they don't really do a sweep before they drop the gates. I don't think.
Well, they give you wristbands, so I think if you don't have a wristband, they kick you out.
No, yeah, they do. They
so they do a sweep
that way.
Before
they kind of pushed everybody out. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So,
right.
they do clear out the areas.
All right. The third question was: once you're allowed out into the event, is it better to hit the IP houses first or the original? Trying to work out whether it's better to try and get 2 or 3 original houses with short waits or 1 or 2 IP ones before using our express passes.
Well, here's the thing about that.
Not all the houses are available.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to just go anywhere you want.
Yourself.
Yeah, they're gonna walk you to your first house basically. Through each one. Like the Finnegan's holding area was Freddy vs. Jason last year. So they kind of walk you directly to Freddy vs. Jason. You couldn't really jump out and head anywhere else. And there's random blocks throughout the park, where you're not going to be able to get past for a certain amount of time. And we ran into that last year. We actually had to sit at a rope and wait to go through. Like we should have just gone to we tried to subvert and go to another house, and it didn't work out for us. Essentially,
which one did you try to do?
I think we were trying
collectors?
I think we tried to go from there to 25 years or something like that.
I think we were actually on our way to go to the R.I.P tour at the guest services.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, we waited in a holding area and we were trying to get to the front of the park to go for our tour.
And they said no.
Yeah, and we actually had to wait behind the rope there
really?
until they opened up that section of the park. Yeah.
Until it was officially open.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what people need to know about Stay and Scream is each one of those is for one area, and you can start asking employees earlier on in the day, and they'll let you know which one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my Finnegan's because I think that one's the best because you can get a drink or eat, and then you can hit those better soundstage houses. I love that one.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it all depends on what you want to do. Like if you can get over in that corner where the pass holders will be, if you are a pass holder, if they have another area there like Springfield, I believe was one of them, then you can hit those 3 houses pretty quick, all in a row too. So it all depends on what your objective is.
All right. Yeah, you're just gonna have to kind of map out, which your most anticipated house is, and I guess just stay in that one to stay in Scream. Hopefully, it'll be one of the first ones that open. Because does that one back in Springfield do the same thing, where it opens in different times? Like they open a house first, and then open another one, and then another one. Yeah. Or is the Springfield houses different since they're so close?
No,
I would assume that it's the same, right?
Yeah, they open them all. Like this year, for example, the Tomb of the Ancients and Halloween Hell Comes to Haddonfield open at 5:30, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre opens at 5:45. So, but the exits to the queues on that one kind of lead you right into the next house. So you can do those 3 houses in succession pretty quickly, and then start using your express.
All right, well, we'll move on to 4. It says probably a complete newbie question, but are there HHN specific maps showing where everything is included in scare zones and show times? And
yes.
Yes.
And then go for a pretty penny on eBay after the event, so pick up a couple.
We didn't do that or
yeah.
anything.
Didn't you grab like 50 last year, Darren?
No. Yeah, but I actually kept mine. Those are for me. Those are not for sale.
Right.
Yeah, get your
New
money's worth. Yeah, but they're really cool to have. So it's a free souvenir. You might as well grab a couple.
Especially for last year's event being the 25 years. Yeah. It's gonna be a nice keepsake.
Definitely.
All right. Is that we good on that question?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 5. He says, finally, how easy is to get current wait times for the houses? Is the in-park info accurate, or are there any other apps or sources of info you'd recommend?
Yeah, the Universal app puts wait times for Horror Nights on during the event. So, and that's going to be what's out in front of the house. They're pretty accurate for that, and I mean, those they kind of vary wildly.
I'm pretty sure that on the official app last year they did have the wait times for the houses.
No, yeah, they did, but and they correspond with the wait time that's on the sign in front of the house. But
I didn't know if you had already said that.
Yeah,
that they were in the app too.
Yeah, but I just don't know how accurate you can call those because sometimes it'll say it's a long wait and you end up waiting a lot shorter. I think it kind of generally skews towards telling you it's going to be longer than it actually is.
Yeah.
What's 65 in 80 minutes? Because, but with the Express, it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Because you don't know how long Express is going to be. That's never given to you.
Yeah. Express wait time is never posted, and you should be.
They try it. They usually sometimes they'll say that it's usually half of what it is, but you could have one where it may be way under, or it could be more than half of what the wait time says. You never know. Those lines change so much because there's not really like a flow or a pattern to it. Once you kind of get out of those stay and scream areas, people can just kind of go wherever. So it's kind of hard to figure out flow. I'm sure somebody could figure out how it flows, but
yeah, I think going counterclockwise is probably always going to be the because I think instinctively as humans, everybody wants to go clockwise. Like initially when you go through somewhere, like that's just human nature. So So yeah, I think counterclockwise is probably your best bet for getting around that. But Chris, if you've been listening to our show, you should know you will have express passes when you go to the event. So that will, those posted wait times should not matter for you.
Exactly.
But those posted wait times can sometimes tell you generally how long you're going to be waiting in the express line too. So, yeah.
Yep.
If you're trying to manage your time with that, you can kind of use it as a rough guide.
The message isn't over.
Oh, he said, "Blimey, don't I ask much? Don't ask much, do I?"
Yeah.
He said, "Thanks for the great show. I can't wait till October, and it helps with the planning and anticipation. Cheers, Chris."
Aww.
Yeah, awesome. Well, glad to be of assistance.
Yes. If you have any other questions, definitely, shoot them out there again for us.
Yep. And if there's nothing else, and I can't think of anything, that is going to do it for episode 3. Remember, to interact with the show, you can follow us on Twitter at Deadman's Digest. You can also follow me at UUOP Darren and Travis at Travis Terrell 12, TERRELL 12. You can also email us at deadmansdigest@gmail.com and join us on our Facebook group called The Dead Man's Digest. It is a private group, but just request and I will add you immediately. So for Nina, Travis, Lee, John, and Chris, I am Darren, and I hope everyone was good this year, because you certainly don't want to be on Krampus's list.